welcome to this week's Patriots video mailbag. I'm Doug Kyde. If you have a question for me, tweet it to me at Doug Kyde using the hashtag MailDoug. First question here, Cup of Joe K asks, what's the top draft priority? Do you reach on a quarterback who may be graded late first or second? Top priority is definitely a quarterback, but no, you absolutely do not reach for a quarterback who does not deserve to be taken in that place. That's how you wind up with a guy like Christian Ponder or Jake Locker, EJ Manuel, Josh Rosen, and you really set your franchise back by wasting that first round pick. So I would say that the second biggest priority would probably be at defensive tackle. The Patriots need a 3-down player, someone who can defend the run on first and second down, rush the passer on third down, but Patriots have needs all over the place: tight end, wide receiver, maybe offensive line, defensive tackle, defensive end, linebacker, maybe cornerback. So I think you can kind of just take the best player available there, and you don't need to reach on that quarterback because there are some veteran options out there as well. Second question here, Any Nation. I see a lot of mock drafts talking about Kyle Pitts to the Patriots. Is Bill going to give up on both his tight ends he drafted already? I don't think if the Patriots draft a tight end or sign a guy like Hunter Henry or Jonnu Smith, I don't think that necessarily means that they are giving up on Devin Asiasi or Dalton Keene, because they could always deploy 2 tight ends at the same time. They didn't do that in 2020 because they didn't have the depth. They only ran 24 total plays with 2 tight ends or more on the field. The second lowest amount in the NFL was the Buffalo Bills, who had over 120 plays with 2 or more tight ends on the field. The Cleveland Browns and Baltimore Ravens both ran over 500 plays with 2 or more tight ends on the field. Just think about the way this Patriots offense is constructed, really heavy on the rushing attack, so they could use some bigger players in their offense. They could use tight ends who can catch the ball and block. So I think that they probably should go out and try to get another high-end tight end, because then you can have that guy who you hopefully know can be a starter at tight end. And then you hope that either Asiasi or Keene emerges so that you have the option to put 2 tight ends on the field at the same time, have a little bit of a bigger offense so that you can continue to run the ball as well. So I'm fully on board with the Patriots adding another tight end, either in free agency, paying a lot of money for one, or drafting a guy like Kyle Pitts. Final question here. Not Mr. C asks, what would it take to get Deshaun Watson from Nick Caserio? There are rumors that Deshaun Watson might want out of Houston. I'm not sure how valid they are, but you would probably take 3 first-round picks. You see guys like Jamal Adams or Khalil Mack or Jalen Ramsey get traded for 2 second-round picks. Deshaun Watson is just on a completely other level than anyone like that. So I think it would actually take more than 3 first-round picks. And I wrote about this earlier. I don't think the Patriots are built to do that. If you're talking about 2021, 2022, and 2023 first-round picks, maybe you even have to throw in a player like Stephon Gilmore. Maybe you have to throw in second-round picks. The Patriots are not a quarterback away. I was mentioning it earlier. They have needs all over the place on this roster. And if you're giving away your next 3 first-round picks to get a quarterback, I'm not quite sure what that solves, because the Patriots would still have trouble constructing a team around Deshaun Watson, who would need wide receivers. He would need tight ends. He would need, offensive linemen. So I usually would be fully on board with trading for a player like Deshaun Watson, but I just don't think that's where the Patriots franchise is at this point.